Hey guys, it's Caitlin. I know in my last video I was on my cell phone a lot, and a girl actually made a comment about it, which really kind of pissed me off. And I mean, like, if it's I'm gonna be doing my videos, then it's your choice to watch it, or not watch it. If I'm gonna be on my cell phone, then obviously it's important. I'm not gonna be on in the video. My editing software is not working right now, so I can edit it in. So I'm not gonna redo a video just because I'm in the beginning. I'm on my cell phone occasionally. My mom was texting me at the time, so again, if you have an issue with that, then I really don't give a shit. My video today is going to be about what I think about rear-facing car seats and front-facing car seats. Now I've had a lot of questions about this, like when I'm going to put my son front-facing from like all different people, because Riley is actually 26 pounds and over 29 inches long now, so I've done a bit of research, and I've noticed that, like, I have a front-facing car seat, but I put it rear-facing. So I think that you should have your baby rear-facing until you're 3 years old, and that's my own personal opinion.
What does it feel like?
Most people say around like 20 pounds to a year you're supposed to switch a baby from front facing to rear facing, but I think I'm going to be doing it for Riley until he's 3. So I feel that it's a rite of passage for many parents. The moment that infants can be switched from the rear facing car seat to a forward facing car seat. A lot of reasons people want to switch their babies into a front-facing car seat is so that they are able to see them, and they can see, the child can see them as well. You could also point things out to them, and you can tickle their toes. And that parents are told that they can make the switch when infants reach the age of 1 and weigh at least 20 pounds.
I'm not bouncing.
But the about phase would be delayed substantially under new child seat recommendations released this morning. So, the American Academy of Pediatrics and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that you should leave your car rear-facing until the age of 2, or until they upgrade the height and weight limits of the seat. So I totally 100% agree with this, and like I've been doing like a lot of research on this, and I found like different things, and I've actually found some tragic stories about. There was one that was about this little boy. His name was James, and he unfortunately is paralyzed for life. He was pronounced brain dead, and his parents are still trying to fight for him, and they won't take him off the machine, so still believe there's hope. He was in a tragic car accident where he was front-facing. He was 18 months old, 32 pounds, the height requirements and everything, and he was front-facing. And when a front-facing car is, when you get into an accident with a front-facing car seat, the baby's head just isn't strong enough, so it goes up like this, making the back of its neck break. And this can cause severe spinal damage, and when you break your neck, you're causing a lot of injury, and it's very, very hard to repair, especially for an infant. When it's rear-facing, they're being cradled. So when they're in the car seat, rear-facing, and the impact hits it, they're being cradled. So they're walking back. So it's not as bad and impactful. There's also been evidence that's come out since the last recommendations were issued that suggests that kids up to the age of 2 who stay rear-facing are significant lower risk of injury in a variety of crashes. When you're facing the rear of the vehicle in a seat, the child is sort of cradled, like I said, and supported the structure of the seat. If they're forward-facing, the trunk of their shoulders might be well restrained by the harness straps, but their head and neck are often left free to sort of whip forward in the event of a crash. So what this means is, like what I basically said, is that a lot of people don't understand that. With some seats, children up to 35 pounds can face backwards, and that's the one I have. So it's front-facing car seat, but it can go also rear-facing.
Boxes.
It really doesn't reflect that not only the state of the art, but also the science that the doctors have recognized as what the best thing for the child. So I think that you should go by what the best thing for your child is, and that means keeping it rear-facing. That means keeping it rear-facing. You're not going to put it front-facing just to please yourself. It's the safest thing.
Just open the box
And so for children older than the 2, the APP advises parents to keep children in a seat 5-point harness as long as possible, up to the height and the weight limit of the seat, before switching to a booster seat for use with the car seat belt. And then the guidelines for elementary school children have been changed as well. Please, parents are advised to keep children in booster seats until about 8. Booster seats do just that, boost the child up high so the seatbelt can fit properly over the child.
Something not scary.
Now they're saying that the age doesn't really matter, but it's the size of the child. So the prior recommendations were really based on the age and did not take into account that different children have different cycles of growth. And I think the recommendations recognize that. So the new recommendations stress that children should remain in the booster seat until they're 4 feet 9 inches tall, and when the seatbelt should fit properly across the chest and lap. That could mean children could stay in the booster seat until they're age 12, which would really suck for them, but I mean it's the safest thing for you. And would you rather die or live in embarrassment? So again, I've just given you guys some points and some tips on what I think and feel about rear-facing car seats. I'm going to leave Riley rear-facing as long as I can. I'm not going to change them as a year. I think that's really ridiculous, and I think parents that do that just aren't properly educated. I'm not saying they're bad parents, but I just don't think you're properly educated in that department of what's best for your child. I think you should look more into depth of accidents that have happened and statistics and all that other stuff that makes sense to me. And I'm a huge freak when it comes to like accidents and stuff like that, so I think that this is really important for me. And because I'm just going to start driving in November, that's when I get my first car, I'm definitely going to make sure that Riley is front rear facing. And you also want to see, like, if your car seat, you always have it installed, you also want to check every time when you put your baby in there that it's still tight, because they do loosen up and they do shift, and you know, like, a seatbelt doesn't always stay tight. So what I do every morning is when I get Riley into my mom's car, I make sure that the seatbelt is still really, really tight, and if it's not, then I undo the whole thing and redo it all over again, because you just want to make sure that it's the safest for your baby, right? So this is something that I really strongly believe, and I hope you guys like what I have to say. And if you need any more information, I'm going to post some links in the bottom below with different statistics and different things that you can look at. I've also watched some DVDs and some stories, and my friend was actually the one that lost her baby James and still is fighting for it. So this is really important to me, and I highly recommend it. And if you don't want to listen to my recommendations because I'm a young mom, that's your choice. But I'm just putting it out there what the guidelines say and what statistics show and what I think is safe for my child. It could be different for your child. I'm not your child's parent, so I can't say. So comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks guys for your support.